kickoff for Baltimore.
And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PAT. And maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown-interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Gets it to Hill. It's a
gain of 8. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 41.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
That's complete to Robinson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the 1st.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defense. And you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with a touchdown pass to Sammy Watkins. And the Chiefs.
Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This pass into the arms of Snead. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down, Baltimore.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with a 2nd and 3. It'll be McSorley again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. McSorley once more looks to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The score,
Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out, not the case.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Warmer areas of the press box will be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis on this first half. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, and that's the hard part for a runner.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's third and 10. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's third and 10. Can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
A gain of 5. It's fourth down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That'll be a gain of 16. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So we have halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. The snow certainly making conditions difficult, and it's not likely to get better.
Harrison Butker in a kickoff for Kansas.
Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. McSorley sets to pass. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Second down. Throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Here's McSorley to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept
on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a return. Stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. Plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Throwing is McSorley. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. They run for the pistol with Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This is caught. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it, but the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call now. Nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now hitting. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Henning. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they can convert there on 4th down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pick.
He hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the 4th quarter, even with the loss there on 1st down, This has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
Incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 22. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he is brought down at the... .22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
He was brought down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now McSorley. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
At the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He's going to let it fly. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
The play is a turnover on downs.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore.